Welcome back to the big Triple SC, everybody.
How's it going?
Joining us today from the couch as we are sitting and enjoying some games. Gronk's playing through a Modern Warfare 2 remaster campaign, which, the remaster was beautiful.
I am not Johnny Cash today.
It's like that sometimes.
I'm not.
So today the only thing we really have on the docket was I've sent him a lot of things and he sent me a couple things through Facebook that's been of video game and movie news and what have you. So we'll really just spend a lot of today talking about that and playing a little bit. Spend some time playing some games as well. We're working on getting the stream straightened out. I'm not sure what came up with that, but once again, it seems like the system's wanting some verification. But
That we don't know how to. If you guys know how to get YouTube linked to your PlayStations, get all those verifications through so that it will let you stream, let us know because apparently we're not linking things up right. It will not let us get in and stream on YouTube, and Twitch doesn't record the stream for anybody to be able to go back and look at later.
yeah,
So help us figure out what that answer is because we are still not Johnny Cash.
yeah, one day. But nonetheless,
Nonetheless, we will get there
we'll iron in on it.
hopefully.
If
I,
not,
I don't know. Google doesn't seem to be providing a whole lot of answers right
no,
now.
because it just keeps sending us. We're in an infinite loop of we need you to verify your phone number, and we verify it and wait the 24 hours, and nothing changes. Because we tried to do this last Saturday for game night, like we discussed in our last episode, and it just okay. Verification may take 24 hours, so we were like, you know what? We'll call it. And we'll try it again on the next episode we're supposed to record. So here we are. Tried it again and again. 24 hours. We verified our phone number, so
That's not good.
it is what it is.
Get a
But
little bit of nasty out of
for today, scroll through her.
the controls today. That's not good. There you go.
All
We're gonna
right.
open her up and let her rip, folks.
I'm just going to start from the most recent thing I've sent. So,
Yeah.
obviously a lot of some of this other stuff you guys may have already heard about. I mean, you may even heard about the most recent thing I've sent, but nonetheless, we'll give some opinions on it and
Yeah.
enjoy the things.
Hopefully a lot of it is true and
Not just rumored.
yeah, not just part of the rumor mill because some things on there would be exciting to
To
get to.
Yeah. Well,
Like
most of the names that I see post these things, I feel like they have some legitimacy behind what they post. I don't necessarily think they try to post much of the rumors and things like that. But
you would hope.
you're not wrong. Can't prove that. So first thing we see here is Game Official posted talking about how Blueprint Games is developing a third-person melee action games, and things fans think it could be tied to God of War.
I, I mean the developer and whoever posted wouldn't mean a whole lot to me, but I would be super stoked
Uh,
to see a proper remaster of OG God of War.
yeah,
Like, and I don't know if they just like rebuild the game from scratch and try to make it with the aesthetic that the current incarnation of the game has, or if they would just put a new coat of paint on the old wire frame because the original games were just dead hack and slash. It was
yeah,
kind of a Devil May Cry clone, let's call it,
yeah.
and that was one of the things that people got hooked in and got into on the series. They were like, hell yeah,
It's my style. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
and there's nothing wrong with that. I wish there were more straight hack and slash games today rather than being so dead focused on countering and parrying and
Yeah. Well, we need that challenge.
it's
If games don't have that challenge or pose that interest factor, what?
What are we?
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is insanity, correct?
That's what they say.
So, or at least Einstein says.
But I don't know. I suppose it's hard to say that I could watch the same movies and get the same initial thrill every time, and that
Yeah.
I could listen to the same songs and feel the same initial
Yeah.
tickle in my
At first,
jellies.
yeah. Yeah.
There's
Absolutely.
nothing like that first.
100%.
But so I mean, there is room for evolving and for experiencing new things in your gaming if that's what you do. But like especially the Souls like games, like the Dark Souls games and the Elden Rings and the Sekiro and even the newer God of War games, which are so heavy on countering and parrying and staggering your enemies and
Yeah.
then going after them. Like I'm not good at a lot of that
Yeah.
combat.
Planning combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just being able to parry, counter, stagger, parry, counter, stagger, parry, counter.
Right.
You got to do that to get some of these bosses in the newer God of War games. Like you have got to master that play style to get through some of these, and not even the final boss of the game. Like the optional bosses
Right.
are that stupid difficult.
Yeah. From the very beginning, you're already getting challenged.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I mean, that's what we want.
and
Everybody
I.
wants that thrill of the combat. Like
Yeah,
this is real life
like I
combat.
finally did it. How
Yeah.
accomplished do I feel right now?
Absolutely.
It was a struggle, but I got there, and look how rich and rewarding the experience and the journey was.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I have another thought for that, but fair enough.
Yeah.
I know that I was at one point I was begging Skylar to get through some of those bosses for me because he's like 100%ed
Yeah.
the campaign. He's mastered all, well, not mastered, but he is proficient enough that he can do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need you to come over and play on my playthrough and do that for me. And he's just like, I don't remember exactly what his words were, but he's basically like, why don't you just get better at the game and do it yourself?
Attaboy,
I'm
Skylar.
like, you were,
Make him do it on his own.
uh, you're not supporting me in the way I want you to right now. I'm gonna let you take an opportunity to learn and
Well,
grow rather than just saving your ass.
that's what we have to do with our kids.
Uh,
Gotta make you learn and experience it on your own.
mhm.
Never be able to handle
Sink
life.
or that whole sink or swim policy. Well, all right. Well, what if I drown? Then I'm gone, and you're just gonna miss me and wish you'd helped me.
Well, that's a problem for later me.
Well, I hope you can live with that once we get there. Next thing, next,
Well,
or do you have more on God of War?
it did actually say in the post that if I didn't actually read it, I just saw the caption in the picture when I sent it to you. I didn't
Yeah.
read the caption. I'm just now doing that, so now it looks silly
Whoops.
because it does say that a remaster of God of War 1 through 3 is just a rumor. And there's also another rumor of they officially stopped the development of it online. They were going to do God of War Online, which was supposed to be based in Greece.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm intrigued at how that would have worked out, and I would have loved to have seen the concept of it, but I didn't pay attention to that very well when it was going on. So you have to unlock this so I can get to the next thing.
There is inherently a problem with trying to play a game with the sound off so that
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't sit on top of us talk. God
yeah.
bless me.
You absolutely have to. You
Because
gotta have headphones or
I got to
something.
be able to,
You
you
hear the
almost need to be able to
footsteps. Yeah,
hear whatever the mission commands are. So it'd be like, oh, get down into the restaurant because there's an airstrike about to hit the roof.
even when I play games like not multiplayer, I still wear my headphones
Yeah.
just for the sake of hearing the footsteps. Minecraft. If you don't hear that creeper coming up behind you, all right, that's a problem. Um, and, I guess I'm gonna have to go on the record and say that I lied to you guys because I said that I don't much enjoy turn-based combat games. However, Pokemon is one of my favorite games, so it would
Okay.
actually in turn be that I do like those style games.
Well, I don't know that liking one of them necessarily means you just adopted a puppy or anything like that. You found one gold nugget inside the turd bowl.
I guess that's true. It's not like I'm out here gonna play Final Fantasy because of it now.
I will say that every once in a while I got, something, a thing I never thought I'd be interested all of a sudden caught me, and I was like, I like that thing. Where ordinarily I wouldn't care, but some particular combination of elements caught my eye and worked out in a way that might otherwise not have. That doesn't mean I'm just going to go out and all of a sudden. All right, here's a good example. The Saw movies.
Yeah,
Look at what they turned into. It's nothing but torture porn now. I am not into that. But like at the beginning when it was Saw and Saw 2 and even Jigsaw, like there are a couple entries in a franchise I otherwise wouldn't care about where I'm entertained in a place I ordinarily wouldn't. Like I'm not gonna go out and start watching every single movie like that. Like I'm not gonna go watch the Hostels and I'm not gonna go watch the Human Centipede movies.
right.
But
I didn't send it to you, but I did see a thing that the guy that was part of the writing team for the first Saw is back on for this next one.
well, they keep
And he's talking about basically revamping the whole thought of what it's become
yeah.
because, I mean, I agree. It's just become torture porn ever since.
I'm not here for what it's become anymore. And I've said this like the only reason I'm even going, and this is why my protest doesn't work perfectly because they're getting my money anyway. I'm only going to see these movies so I know what the twist at the end of the movie is.
Yeah,
And the rest of the movie I'm just like my eyes are closed.
take a nap.
I'm not watching the trap scenes. I'm not watching any of that. I'm not there for any of that. I am there just to see how John Kramer is still alive this time.
Fair.
It's like, oh, this takes place in between this movie and this movie down here. Okay, this movie is taking place at the same time as this movie and that movie there. This movie actually takes place in another reality.
Right. They've created all their own little universes for Saul.
I'm wondering how far away we are from that, where it's like this movie is actually just like a vision or a dream or whatever he is having in his dying moments in the third movie, and it turns into a whole Jacob's Ladder thing.
Yeah,
How far are we from there?
yeah, 100%.
It has gotten silly, but anyway, my initial point, my thought is that like you can find something everywhere that even it might, you might not like that thing generally, but there is still some right combination of elements that makes you stop and say, "Oh, I
I enjoy
enjoyed
this
that,"
version. Yeah,
where ordinarily you might not have. So to say that, Pokemon as an RPG game is something like, I really enjoyed that. Must now I like
right.
RPG and now.
Well, when I made the comment, I said that I do not like turn-based combat
Yeah.
whatsoever, and I think I said I don't even play it at all. But then somebody asked me, I got in the conversation what category Pokemon falls under, and so I looked it up, and that's what I got. RPG with turn-based combat. You mentioned something about the whole parrying, and I'm doing another run through, and I'm actually spending more time. I used to be just an all combat moves type of trainer. Like all four moves were just combat moves.
Yeah.
Now I'm learning that like some moves are good to have because like they make it harder for the other one to hit you, or they make you have better defense. Things like that actually proves beneficial in the middle of battle. Yeah, you went way back.
Oh, I have to go all the way back across the stupid parking lot again.
Well,
This this is what I don't like about the like older Call of Duty games is you keep getting stuck on absolutely nothing.
yeah.
Like they're just like that. All of a sudden I get stuck on that and I can't move until I look at it and then move around it for no reason.
Whatsoever.
Uh, oh,
Well,
I know one of the things you sent me if we might chapter skip a little bit
as you
was
go into the Modern Warfare 3,
yeah, I was
that's literally the next one I'm
oh
on.
was it the next
Yeah,
one?
it was the second last thing I've sent you.
I mean that
So it's rumored. It is rumored, but
I think they need to. They
uh,
did the first two. Why not do the third
what are we
one?
waiting on? But then my question gets to why did we skip Black Ops? Because Black Ops was between Modern Warfare 2 and 3. So did they skip it, or do they have plans to
Do them at the
outright
same time.
just do a whole vault drop? But I just feel like that's too much money to be lost. Why sell you a set of 4 games for maybe only 120 when we can sell you 4 of them individually for $50 a piece?
I don't know. I don't know what the wait is. I think a lot of people would love to be able to go back and visit. Oh, why did I get rid of that? Would be able to love and go back and visit a lot of the Call of Duty campaigns, or just the whole game if they remastered a lot of the older ones. So I don't
Yeah.
know what they're waiting on because it is kind of a lost opportunity to me. But there again, I mean, you're fighting production cost
Profit margins.
versus profit margins, and everybody's profit margins are so razor thin, they're not going to take a chance on anything they don't believe is going to be an absolute
Masterpiece or
math
banger.
market success. At
Yeah,
least that's the way it seems to me. Like if it's what we were talking about last week. If it's not a proven success, if it's not success on proven material, they're not going to try it.
yeah,
They're not going to take a chance because everybody's profit margins must be so razor thin that they're one bad business day away from going under or whatever.
right. Well, I think
Oh
you know,
my
I almost feel like a
goodness.
lot of production teams are
They're
holding
scared to death.
holding off on like really good ideas or really good concepts because they're like, let's wait until we go digital, because then we force everybody to buy a copy of it versus like we've talked about the whole buy sell trade thing. I mean, we talked about how PS2 sold so many copies or so many consoles. I bet you the reason PS2 sold so many consoles is because we didn't have GameStop back then. I mean,
I feel like there
did
were
we?
there were there were a number
I
of
must have been.
not necessarily buy sell trade shops, but I feel like there were a number of video game shops because I remember there used to be a store called Babbage's in the mall that sold video games. And I actually managed to get my hands on an old school PlayStation Star Wars fighter game called Star Wars Masters of Terraskazi. And I got it there.
I didn't even know that was a store.
Yeah. Like it's been a long defunct chain. Goodness.
No, I mean I do admit there's always been at least one somewhere in Muncie. I feel like it wasn't as big of a thing as it is now.
Well, that's how people are basically cutting their own costs, cutting their own corners is going and hitting the buy sell trade shops. Like, why buy a thing brand new when I can get it at the video store $20 cheaper half the time because you marketing people decide to screw everybody rather than being judicious and fair. Well, it's not really the marketing team. I'm not sure who decides what the price of the thing is. Maybe we shouldn't blame the marketing team, but screw you anyway.
It's got to be the marketing team.
I think that they just decide how to sell it.
They can't. Nobody has just one job.
You need to have 1,000 if you want to stay in. Thank you, whoever did that. It must have been Corporal Dunn. Corporal Dunn always manages to come through in a pinch.
Save your tail.
Yeah.
No, but I do think a Modern Warfare 3 remaster would be absolutely beautiful. Given the work they've done on the first two, I mean, the remasters just come out so clean. I mean, this is in comparison to what it was, it's just beautiful.
That showroom polish is rich and dead sexy. I'll say that. I must be getting killed by the frickin' BTU because I can't explain what
So
else is dropping me just shy of the mark right now.
unless somebody's in that building that's getting you,
I don't know, but I'm about to see if I can
get in that building and hide.
trigger a checkpoint getting this far over here.
No, you have to kill everybody to trigger that, bub.
Uh, then the game's over.
All
I
right.
was about to yell at him. I just shot one of my own guys. Goodness.
He probably wasn't going to make it anyway. All right. IGN posts that Microsoft reported that Xbox hardware sales were down 32% year over year during its quarter two 2026 earnings call. You know what I mean? But again, do we tie this to the whole buy sell trade world? I mean, it's not like people don't like there isn't a marketplace to sell your things online too, and like that hasn't been a thing since Craigslist, I guess back in the PS2, PS3 days. So
Oh, that I just got stuck on something again. I think that they want everybody to buy everything brand new
yeah,
and one a year, every year, forever, and rather than being a one-time purchase because you lose so many people from one-time purchases, they want perennial shoppers.
yeah,
So they try to hamstring everything in such a way that they have you coming back
got a checkpoint.
every single year.
Well, I mean that's why everybody offers some.
Some membership
Yeah,
plan.
Chuck E. Cheese has it now. $8 a person, goes many times as you want.
Uh, I can get in the door for what are they offering you for that plan? Are there tokens? Is there food?
I didn't see anything.
Like what is it? Because it doesn't cost me anything to walk in the door.
Are you sure?
The last time, unless it's really changed since the last time I was there, yeah.
Okay, it's been a long time since I've been, so I wasn't.
He came through the window. I'm getting my teeth kicked in right now,
So I mean,
so
not only that, but like maybe it's got a lot to do with like there's a YouTube video on how to fix everything.
yeah.
So like if your Wi-Fi goes out in your Xbox Series X, it's really just like a chip in there that only I mean, yeah, you gotta take a bunch of screws out and you gotta know how to put them back together. But if you can manage that, then you can fix it yourself for $20 instead of what would have been a whole I gotta get rid of the console and just go buy a new one.
Yeah.
Because it
They
seems like back in the PS2 days we didn't have um, you break I fix.
they 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 really don't want people buying things at discount. They want to get you for that full price because that's how they're making their money.
Yeah,
And the buy sell trade shops have basically forced them to.
you just hit a light pole. You managed to hit that little sliver of a light pole with your missile.
Let's see what I can get.
There it is.
Wipe out some of
That's
the.
crazy.
I
And now I wish I would have done a little more research on that post because I would like to know what the difference is between PlayStation, Xbox. We don't even have to talk about Nintendo because we know how they're doing. They're slowly growing to be the most sold console ever, which is.
well they
And
got.
I have to wonder if it's just the Switch or if they're counting the Switch Lite. They have to be counting the Switch Lite.
I think that all iterations of the Switch exist inside of that Switch blanket,
You think so?
just like all the different versions of the PS2 in theory would count towards the PS2 sales.
Well, yeah, but PSP doesn't count towards PS2 sales.
Yeah, but that's handheld, it's handheld PSP to a PS2 though.
Oh, I see where you're coming from. I mean, I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Or is a Switch Lite just a portable?
Yeah, it's only portable. It doesn't
Well,
dock.
I
You
I think they're probably different numbers then.
think so?
I I would think
Now,
so.
however, I'm sure they count the OLED under the Switch category because it's part of that first generation.
Let's see if I can get him here.
I really
But my
like to
audio's off, so I don't know how many I just smoked out of there.
at Taco to go,
Over there at the
Burger Town.
over there at Burger Town.
Man, those logos sure look awful familiar.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they were just finding
You ain't hitting nobody else, dude. We're just get in that building and take them out.
time to go flush the
No,
toilet.
man. But I would be curious to see what the PlayStation's 5 sales have been in comparison. Um, you didn't laugh at my Batman joke. I'm disappointed.
We already talked about that though.
Did we?
You know, we had a physical conversation about that Batman joke. I laughed then.
Man, I forgot it already.
Nobody
All
pays
right.
any attention to me.
Did I tell the joke? I didn't pay attention to myself then. Don't get upset. Rumors of Gears, or no, not rumors. Gears of War is officially heading to Netflix in live action. We also have God of War live action with,
They've made two more casting decisions on that one.
have they?
Yeah.
What did they choose?
Well, they got Mandy Patinkin to be Odin, and he's famous for being on the first two seasons of Criminal Minds. He was on Homeland, and he was in The Princess Bride.
I know him from Criminal Minds. But okay. Nice.
But he's going to be Odin,
Okay.
which I don't know. Maybe it's me, but you'd almost think that they would want to get the people who did the mocap and did the work for the games just so you'd have that the physical and voice similarity. Oh God, it updated right there as I was dying. I wonder if that means that it checkpointed me right there.
You got lucky.
Maybe. Let's see. So I because I like God of War so much, and I'll tell you where adaptations have gone wrong before. Because Uncharted was games before Sony's golden boy Tom Holland made a movie, and and I love the Uncharted games, but I went to the movies and I don't recognize the character in the movies. Like to me, that's not Nate Drake.
Right.
Nothing about Tom Holland says I'm Nathan Drake.
Right.
I don't, and it's got to be its own thing. It's got to have its own legs to stand on. But I don't expect one to one comparisons. But I was
Right.
hoping they would at least feel familiar.
Right.
And Nathan Drake in the game, like he's rugged. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's kind of gruff around he's kind of gruff and he's a little prickly around the edges sometimes, but he's handsome.
Yeah.
He's got a presence.
Right.
Tom Holland is a tiny, cute, cuddly little baby boy man with the face of a 16-year-old teenager. And he's going to be in his 40s and he's still going to be playing Spider Baby Boy, man. It's like, just some people never age. And he's going to be one of those
Are
people.
you upset that he's your Spider-Man right now?
I have so many different Spider-Mans and they're all
There's
good.
no way you have so many Spider-Mans.
Oh, I do.
There's one.
There's three.
No, there's one.
And who is that one?
It's Tobey Maguire, the man that started it all.
I really thought you were going to remind me that you were my Spider-Man.
That's just a little opportunity missed
You
there.
lost that
I
opportunity. Why
did.
don't you tell them the story and maybe you can help somebody else out?
With what?
Promotion, a little.
Oh, well, yeah. So a couple years back, my wife and I did she does photos.
Hi,
J
Jennifer.
J Lee Photography. Hit him up if you're in the Indiana area. She does fire photos, fire editing. Actually,
Great photographer.
check out the thumbnail on this video because she edited that picture and threw it all together just off scratch. So she does great work, takes great photos. She pitched the idea to do Spider-Man minis one day, and so we bought an outfit, and I got dressed up as Spider-Man. You know, a bunch of kids came out in their Spider-Man outfit, and we all took pictures together and what have you. So now it's kind of been a thing that I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in this area. I used to work at a school and dressed up for Halloween in it and ran around the school and messed with the kids and stuff. And it's a good
I don't
time,
know
but
that the way you said that was just a little. Anyway,
I
no,
can't think of another way to say that.
it doesn't
I
sound
picked on the
it
kids.
doesn't sound great no
That's
matter
fair.
what,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's okay. It's all cool. But they
Nonetheless,
and it wasn't just. I mean, it wasn't just Spider-Man. Haven't you done a few different things at this point? You did the dress up game a couple of different times with a
oh
few characters.
yeah, I've been the Grinch at the school. I dressed up as an elf, Santa Claus, and the Grinch all in one week. That was pretty fun.
Woof, woof.
That elf outfit is something else, big man. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
taking it this was during Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas week. They have a Grinch Day at the schools. You know, they got to. How could they not? Give me give me that when you get a chance.
Yeah, I got you.
I got my phone recording, so his is the one with all the messages in it to go through.
Make sure that we're hitting all the finer points that he's hit me with, so we can talk about them with you guys and catch your thoughts. Oh, there went the damn Predator
Well, I
drone.
guess this has only been a couple weeks ago, so it's not yet time for them to announce it. But a Resident Evil 5 remake is set to be announced next month.
I would love to see that. They did two, three, and four. They need. I mean, I'm not. I'm not mad if they wanted to do the
Just
whole
keep
series
going.
to
Yeah,
just keep going and do the
yeah.
whole rest of the series, like up
Just
to
keep just
seven.
keep like a 7 year span between your newest one and your most recent remaster, and we'll be happy.
Zero all the way to six anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we're far enough away that seven and eight, nine coming out this year won't need one, but I'd at least like to see them do zero, one, uh, five and six.
Yeah.
Because I like five. I remember playing five. I played five tandem with John
Yeah.
so that we could get through it, and like I had a lot of fun doing it.
Played a lot of 4, which we played through 4. Haven't
No,
we didn't finish it, did we?
we didn't. I don't think we finished it. If it, we
We
didn't get very far either.
yeah, we started it,
Yeah, we started it.
didn't manage to get too far into it, so maybe that's something worth cracking into one day.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity on the list, but it's hard, especially when we get started late. We spend a lot of time confabbing about this podcast and what we could do for it, and all of a sudden we gotta pick a game in the last quarter mile, and
Right. Ubisoft are teasing a new Far Cry 3 update 13 years after release. For one, let's talk about the fact that it's been 13 years since Far Cry 3 came
well, I
out.
think that is the update that it just got, where they upped the frame rate
Did
to
they?
to
Okay.
60. I think that's the update they're talking about.
Okay, I
So that
sent you
actually
that.
just got it.
I'm about to say, I sent you that about 2 weeks ago, it looks like.
Unless they mean something else entirely, and they're like, "Hey, we're about to remaster three again." I think
No, it
they're,
says they just strongly suggest Far Cry 3 is next in line to receive a 60
yeah,
FPS current gen patch.
yeah, they just did
So
that.
they did that.
They did that. Far Cry 3, Far Cry Primal, and I think Blood Dragon, all three got updates.
Okay, nice. I seen New Dawn at the video store. I meant to pick it up and I ended up forgetting about it.
I've got them all at this
Have you
point.
played all of them?
No,
No.
no, I've
Did we
only
start one of them?
we started Far Cry Predator Instincts, and then last week we started Far Cry 3,
Okay.
but we didn't get very far
Uh,
before we had to call it.
GameStop estimated to be shutting down 400 stores across the USA. I mean, GameStop is, let's just be real here. It's a miracle it's even still open. I know that was a whole Reddit scandal or Reddit debacle, however
Well,
many years ago that was, when a bunch of people basically kept it alive on a whim.
they keep trying to find ways to to
Stay in the
to
loop.
stay in business and
Yeah.
to redo their business model a little bit and get some of their customers back. Like they made that the movie that just come out about the scandal with them where they were like short selling their stock price or whatever the
Yeah.
details were.
Right.
Had Paul Dano and Shailene Woodley in it,
Right.
and I don't remember too much about it, but I don't know. It seems like after that they've been doing everything they can to stay in business and find a new way to do business and do business in a way that would revive the brand.
Right.
But here we are. The economy's floundering, and I won't bang away on any guesses as to whose fault that is. But the economy's floundering, and everybody's struggling. And every single day you open up the news feed on your phone, some other grocery chain's gone out of business, some restaurant chain's gone out of business.
Yeah.
Somebody's somebody's going bankrupt. Somebody's filing for chapter 11, chapter 7. I don't know how many chapters are in this book of bankruptcy, but damn, when does it end? What's the twist that it's all going to be
Let
okay?
me get in on one of these chapters real quick.
Just skip to the end, all right? Tell me.
Cut the meat and the fat off it.
Yeah,
Not into the storyline. No, I mean, it's kind of inevitable, isn't it? The digital age is on its way. Nobody needs physical. Well,
very few people want
want.
physical anymore, but
Yeah.
the market of people that want physical anymore is like
Not enough to support.
it's not necessarily enough. It's been doing it for a long time, but even the people who've been all about it oh damn it, I just shot my guy again. The market of people who've been keeping it alive is slowly dwindling
Right.
because I imagine that just like me, they are also getting tired of every other year they got to go out and buy a new copy of Narc, which finally made its way to Blu-ray for the first time 20 years after the movie came out, or buy a new collection of Spider-Man on 4K that is finally this big and fits on your shelf rather than being this big and
Yeah.
takes up all kinds of space. And every 5 years they put out a new collection that's sleek and
Right.
a little less cumbersome, and then
I was wondering
five
why I
years
was
after.
seeing these big box collections at Dave's. There's tons of
And
them.
then after that, they put out another. They put out a director's cut, or they put out this, or they put out the other, and it's just an unending cycle of them
Well,
spinning the hamster wheel just to stay in
they
business.
need you to buy it. Yeah.
And
But it's like, how much money are you putting into just the production of making those movies and
well,
stuff
so,
like that?
some
It's
of
just
them are limited releases. They only make
so many copies.
5,000 or whatever, which is why when they finally hit the street, they cost 50 odd dollars.
Right. Because this is a once in a lifetime chance to have
Yeah,
a physical copy of this movie.
yeah, we're not going to make it for very long. So if you want it, you better get it while supplies last.
Right.
And most of the time, if it's out there, it is just easier if it is out there digitally because it doesn't take up room on your shelf and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Switch seems to be really big on that. I was looking at their, I mean, they have a ton of games in physically, but we were looking on the Switch too, like the demonstration one or whatever that was there. And it basically was like all the games that you have from older ones and things like that are going to be digital only. And it's like, I mean, I guess I get the concept of not wanting to make a Switch 2 version of the game as well to continue selling it, but I'm I'm just like you. I'm a physical disc owner. I like having a physical copy of what I want to play.
I mean, I was really like that for a long time I was quite a holdout, but every couple of years we got a new collection, or the 4K is finally coming out, or there's a director's cut that nobody's ever seen before, and I can't keep up. I have no incentive, especially as life changes demand more and more of your money,
Yeah.
and you don't have the money to go out and spend $30 on a 4K and $60 on the collection that's never been out before. Although I did just buy a collection of like the Golden Era anthology of Tom and Jerry,
Oh, that's cool.
which has like 115 odd shorts in it.
Nice.
And like I guess I will add caveats. There are things that I will go back for,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, I don't buy physically anymore, at least not with my movies.
Yeah.
And my game collection has halved what I have physically versus what I have digitally too.
Right.
But
Which is funny because I don't know about for you. I've always been a digital music collector,
I would say that's generally true for me.
but I've never really been interested in collecting anything else digitally. I do love having like, streaming services and things like that. I do appreciate what they have to offer.
Yeah,
But I would like to have my own set of movies on the shelf. It's just
yeah.
at the time we were collecting them. A few years later, kids thought they were frisbees and
They get destroyed.
didn't take no time.
They get destroyed real
So
easy, and then you have to find a way to go out and replace them. And some of them go out of print, and there's
I think that's
movies
back
that
when
it's.
Dave's was doing buy three get one free.
Well, I mean, they're still doing that.
Do they?
Yeah, they do that on.
This was just the regular DVDs, not even Blu-ray.
I mean, they got all kinds of regular deals out there to take advantage of.
Yeah,
So, I mean, if you guys are on the hunt, go to Dave's first here in Muncie, then go to Jake's,
yeah.
but go to Dave's first because they always have great deals, and the staff in there always helps me, is always taking care of me, and I will do my best to promote and try to help take care of them. So if you're on the hunt for physical games, movies, DVDs,
CDs.
Blu-rays, CDs,
Didn't he say that was one of the biggest sellers?
no, he said it was
Was it
DVDs.
DVDs? Okay.
The biggest intake is DVDs, and the biggest seller is DVDs.
And he said regular DVDs, right?
Yeah,
Not even Blu-ray and HD.
just
Yeah,
DVD.
yeah. Which is interesting because I didn't even know you could still get a like. I guess can a Blu-ray DVD player play regular DVDs?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Everybody's got a console. Well, not everybody has a console with a disc drive. I shouldn't say that. It's not a common thing
Depends on
anymore.
if you want to spend the money.
Yeah. Well, heck, you can spend the money to get a brand new PS Pro and still not have it. So,
Well, you've gotta buy the disk drive.
I guess you're right. It's more money, right?
Like I said, they find creative ways to hamstring it, so they get one expense out of you, then another, as many as they could possibly bilk you for before you finally call protest and say here and no further.
Right.
You just turned into Picard in Star Trek First Contact, and
That's all she wrote.
that's yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, he is on my team. I gotta stop shooting my own guys, but they run in front of me when I'm trying to pull off these Johnny Cash headshots, and
I bet you've done more work on your own team than the other people
yeah, that's what it ended up being. And then guys take like half a clip before they go down. Of course, this is on hardened right now, so
have. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It should. Takes you 3 shots to go down, and you flinch like hell.
do you mean the play? You mean me personally, or
No, like the character when you get shot.
yeah?
You do bob and weave in real life when you play, but not very often.
Skylar likes to say you put your whole. Well, I'm not going to use the word he used, but you put your whole.
Behind,
Yeah, yeah.
put your all in it. Maybe you need one of those things that you can like do the fake run, the simulation running and stuff like that. The goggles on your head and stuff.
I wonder if I'd be any better at this game. Usually I'm not too bad at it, but today I'm struggling.
Uh, it's Monday.
Got a long week.
Well, everybody, our time is up for today.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed having you. Touching base on just some of the lovely news we've gotten in the video
Some of the
game world.
rumors that are out there.
And maybe we'll do this once a month or something because really that's all the stuff I sent you in just January.
Check the rumor mill, see what's cooking, what's
Yeah. Yeah, but there's also plans to spend some time doing some, we'll do a little streaming on our game nights and do a little streaming on what would be this recording, the Monday that follows, just keep a little video game content here too and give us something else to talk about.
one of these days we're gonna have to get back on comic books because we haven't talked about comic books since the first console war episode.
Yeah, when we talked about 52.
Yeah.
Well, pick you a comic book and let's talk about it.
Friday.
Or if there's
Look
somebody
for
who
it
wants to hear
Friday.
about,
What do you guys read?
hit up the comments, let us know.
We'll talk to you later.
Till next time.